Okay, everybody, welcome back. Let's do a little layout planning here. I've been scratching my head trying to figure out how to do this. Got plenty of opinions, but still a little bit unsure about what I need to do. Let's not waste any time looking at this, so let's just come on down here. This is pretty much option one that I'm thinking of. Commissary on the left, and Bud's Trucking has been moved from my south end, which would be to my right, back up here, and there has been a switch head placed here that would give Bud's Trucking its own siding, plus the switch head would give the commissary its own private siding. That way you don't we don't have cars blocking access to or from either one of these industries. Then you go down. Another little wrinkle I've put into it, I've curved that spur off that switch head right there, and I've got all this area down through here that I could add industry. Now right here is just a piece of cardboard I've laid over that's going to that simulates represents what's going to be a road that will cross both of those tracks and come over here to where my lumber yard is, or refinery, or whatever it is I decide to put over here. Also, just to the, looking at this just to the right, would probably put some kind of non-rail serviced industry building that would hide that spur, that would give it the indication that it's going off into another industrial area. Okay, now here would be option two. Again, we have the commissary with its own private line going in front of it. We still have the switch head here with the other line running off of it, which would be essentially a storage track. There's our switch head. Again, we still have the curve, except this time now we have moved Bud's Trucking back down to the south end of the layout where it was to begin with. Of course, it's going to have, there's a big area behind that I would have to fill in with a scratch build, and still would have road access down there just to the right of it. Of course, now one thing I'm going to have to do to the building is this right here at the that's a truck dock door. I'm going to have to change that panel out and change that over to a rail door, and it doesn't matter whether I use it down here or if I use it up here. So those are my two options right there. I'm just not really too sure what to do. I am trying to add a little, like I say right here, there's this little curve right here that I could add, maybe some tanks or something in there. But the more I think about this, I don't want to get it too crowded. Not with industries and buildings. I want to keep that fairly simple, and let which is going to allow me to do a lot of scenery work. Okay, here's looking at the layout again from the north end. Widen out there. See, I could move this. I could move this building up here right up against the wall, and bring that storage track down in front of it, and then use the outside track on the right as a storage track. You see where I've curved it or bent the track down there towards the end, and you can see the distance between the wall and the trucking company, which would have to become a pretty good sized warehouse. So those are that's what we look like. So here we are again looking at the south end, with Bud's Trucking down there, or the Rooster Dog rather. We come back up here and we have commissary. So there you have my options. They're the ones that I can see so far. Would appreciate your comments, suggestions before I start gluing down track, because I don't have to put all this stuff down and somebody come up with an idea that just makes so much sense that I'd come in and tear it all up. The track work there in the back is not really, it's just laying in there, so that's going to be cleaned up a little bit. So that's what I got on my mind. So if you would, let me know what you think. Y'all have a good week.